Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha and I am a homeschool mom of 3, and today I am joining Mama Schmooze and her preschool tag that she is doing with some other YouTubers, and so I thought I would join along and use this as what I'm doing with my preschooler toddler type stuff, but review a few of things that I've used with my other preschooler. Anyway, so if you are finding me from the tag, then welcome. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name's Samantha, and I am a former teacher turned homeschool mom, and we officially started homeschooling last year for like everyone home, everyone together, and we're going into our second year next week, and we are excited about this journey, and I film videos to kind of keep track of what we are doing and also share my thoughts on curriculum that we are using, because I've become a little bit of a curriculum addict, I guess my husband might say. So anyways, I am welcome if you're from another place, and if you are interested in seeing those types of things, then stick around, subscribe, and I also am on Instagram and share a little bit over there on books that I'm reading and a little bit of our homeschool journey and stuff. All my information will be down in the description box below. Anyways, okay, so let's get started. There are 9 questions, and I will be answering those as best as I can. So the first question is, what is your preschooler's favorite picture book or books? So right now, last year I had a pre-K. My daughter was 3 and then 4, and she did pre-K curriculum. And then I have a 2-year-old who will be doing preschoolish things just to keep him busy. And his favorite book right now is The Little Blue Truck. So we've been reading this a lot, practicing our animal sounds and stuff like that. Another favorite book that I enjoy and that the kids enjoy, and I've talked about in other videos, is 365 Bible Stories and Prayers. This is a great Bible story book, and this is what we use in our morning time every morning with our whole family. So it keeps the attention of my 6-year-old, and it keeps everyone else's attention as well. So those are our 2 favorite books that we go to on a regular basis. All right, number 2. How do you teach ABCs, colors, shapes, and numbers? So because this is our first year, my older 2 went to preschool at our local church, and that was before we knew we were going to be doing this whole homeschool thing. So there are a few things that I have done at home. One thing was mommy school that I found on Pinterest a long time ago when my oldest was 2, and so I did mommy school. She had a blog as well. So if you type in mommy school on Pinterest, you probably will find some of her things. She no longer has a blog, and she kind of fell off the social media world after I started following her. But as of recently, we used my Father's World pre-K curriculum last year for my daughter, and they teach numbers, colors, and letters, and that worked really well for a pre-K curriculum as far as like a curriculum goes. But we just do a lot of repetitive things. We do a lot of picture books and a lot of things like that. One of the books that we use that I'm sure a lot of people do for colors is Brown Bear, Brown Bear. It's another one of our favorite picture books. So I do a lot of like story literature-based type teaching, and so that's what we use for that. That leads me into question 3, is do you use curriculum for your homeschooler? So like I said, we used my Father's World pre-K curriculum last year, and it was very good. It was a little easy. You can, I'll link below my review in the description box below. And it was a little easy, so I probably will start it with my youngest son, I'm sorry, soon when he is a little bit younger, but we'll see how he goes. But something else that I use is Mrs. Clemens kindergarten.com. That's going to lead me into another thing. She has baby bins, and she also has Tot School. So this is her calendar for Tot School and her calendar for baby bins. So what we use is, like I've just done the baby bin colors, and so what we do is you fill a bin with supplies that go with the color. So I went through my house and picked out all the color things, and I just put these little shoebox Sterilite containers that we had laying around, and I just filled them with things that were those colors, and then we just rotate them in and out, and they're really nice, and the kids, the older kids play with my 2-year-old with them, and everyone just kind of plays with the colors. We talk about the colors, we read the books, and we do some things with that. And then there's some activities that you can do on her blog that tell you how to, like, what activities you can do and printable ideas to find. So she hasn't, you can purchase her Tot School, but there's nothing to purchase for her baby bins yet. But I think she's going to be doing that. And then I have one more thing. I will be right back. All right. So I was looking for something structured that I didn't have to plan and kind of compile and put together for my 2-year-old this year, because he wants to be a part of school because the other two are doing school during the time that he's awake. And so he wants to be a part of it, and he enjoys being a part of it. So we're not doing any formal schooling with him. But what we're going to do is I found online when I was doing a search for preschool curriculums this Peaceful Preschool curriculum, and it's super simple and super easy and laid out for you. It's all things that you have in your house. They teach life skills, they teach letters, they teach all different kinds of things, colors and all of that. And it's just super light. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick like 2 or 3 activities each day, and he gets a block of 15-20 minutes from me of just him and me time, and then we'll do those activities every day, and we'll just see what that where that goes and where that leads. But the reason I purchased it, it's $35, and everything, then you just have to print it out for yourself. Excuse the noise. But everything's already planned out for me. I don't have to think. I don't have to worry about it. And everything is taught through a picture book. And you can download her first, the letter A, curriculum sample for free, so you can try it out. But we just went ahead and purchased it, and I'm really excited to have everything just kind of already done for me and ready to go. So that's the curriculum that we will be using there. All right, number 4, what are your favorite websites to use to teach pre-K? So I already mentioned Mrs. Clemens Kindergarten. That's a great resource. I use Pinterest for some little like busy ideas. But as far as like websites go, I really don't use much with my 2-year-old. With my 4-year-old, we use abcmouse.com, and we love it. So I will have a link for that below. If you don't use it, I really do recommend it. I use it all the way through with my 6, almost 7-year-old, and it's been a really good tool just if we need them to do something educational, but I'm doing something else. So that's a really great website and tool. Number 5, do you take your preschooler to any community activities on a weekly basis? We do not, other than going to church on Sunday. We haven't in the past, I will say. I just, with the older kids, we don't go to the library all the time for those preschool type community activities. Plus, I'm not a super social butterfly, so I don't really need to leave my house. But we are going to be starting going to a co-op this next year, and we also have our own co-op that I have started with a friend of mine. That's every other week. So we do those things, and they benefit everyone in our family, not just the preschooler. So that's the things that we do. Number 6, how long do you teach your preschooler each day? Like I said before, my preschoolers join us for our whole group activity. We do a morning basket time and a morning time, and they're a part of that. So they learn the things that we're doing there. But then, like I said, my plan and in my schedule is to work with my 2-year-old for 20 minutes each day. So he gets one-on-one mommy time and that block of time. And then my 4-year-old last year, we spent a good, she ended up getting a good hour with us as far as things goes, because as she goes on, she started learning to read and doing some things like that. So she would get to do some different things. So her preschool time ended up taking about an hour towards the end of the year. Number 7, what favorite educational shows do you watch? We in our house, we watch Wild Kratts, we watch Octonauts, and my 2-year-old loves Thomas the Tank Engine, Thomas and Friends, and so he watches a lot of that. We actually do use TV for an hour in the morning time, and that is his TV time while I get some independent work time done with my older 2, and that's what I use as a distraction to help us to be able to be successful and get some things done. So those are the educational shows. Oh, we also watch Little Einsteins. We love Little Einsteins. And then also was mentioned in some other of the preschool tags was Leapfrog. We like any of the Leapfrog videos as well. So those are the ones that we watch. Number 8, how do you occupy your little ones while homeschooling your older kids? So what we do is, like I said, my 2-year-old gets an hour of TV time. He gets to watch 2 shows, and in that time is my older 2, they do their math and their reading and stuff like that with me, and so that's his block of time where I know that he'll be distracted and he won't be needing me for anything, and I can focus on doing some of the harder skills with my older 2 so that we can have some downtime in the afternoon, and that seems to work really well. We also print off everything that we do for the older 2 as far as worksheets and stuff goes with history and science, and I give one to my 2-year-old so that he can be a part of that, and he does everything with us. He just colors on it or whatever, and he's involved with everything. We also use some educational toys and things, and those will probably get more useful as he is now a little bit older, now that we're going to be starting again. But in the past, they really weren't that helpful, but I'm hoping this year will be better. Which leads me to number 9. What is your favorite educational toy to use for teaching? My favorite of all time educational toy for sorting and math are the bears, these sorting bears. We also have a set of hippos, and I love these. The kids love these. They have multiple uses, counting, skip counting, patterns, sorting, all kinds of things, and the kids just love them, and they're really not that expensive, and I can pull them out and just hand them to my toddlers. So I love these like a ton. And then I also use Melissa and Doug puzzles, all kinds of puzzles, and then just any kind of educational toy that I can pick up at like a store we use. And then we use a lot of blocks and Legos and Duplos and things like that. So those are things, but my favorite of all time are the counting bears. Those last, they will last you. So if you buy them for a 2-year-old, they will last you all the way through. Even my 7-year-old uses them for his math when we're doing like patterns and things like that. So anyways, I would recommend those highly. So anyways, that was the last question. If you have any questions for me, please leave them below in the comments. Please hit subscribe and like this video if you stuck through my chatter. And thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.